We're live. Out walking. Well, I like chatting along. So, and then, so waiting for some viewers.
And that's all this weekend coming. It's Friday, and I was like,
We got one viewer. When's number two going to jump in the chat? Good evening. Or should I say, yeah, well, good late afternoon. Nearly good evening. It's not evening till 5 p.m, is it really? But yeah, we've sold out our allocation to Crewe, which is a good thing. Plenty on the town Facebook page asking for spare tickets, but they've all gone. But if you can't go to Crewe, then why not go to Northampton on Tuesday night for the Checker Trade, or is it EFL Trophy, or is it Johnston's Paint, or what's it actually called now, that competition? Anybody know? Pop in the chat. So first, don't know who the first was, but yep, Crewe on Saturday sold out. It's the quickest journey we can get to by train, believe it or not. So if you go from Shrewsbury Station Railway and you travel to Crewe, you can get there in about 29 minutes on the quickest train. And as soon as you leave Crewe Station, it's right there, virtually next door to the station is the stadium, so less than 5 minutes walk. So I'm looking forward to that one. Any town fans in, or are they all international viewers thinking, who on earth this guy is? There's 6 in the chat. And no one's saying anything. Not yet anyway. I'm about to cross the road. I won't be running across it just yet. So, little jog across the road, playing Frogger. Yeah, it's a bit of an old school one, is Frogger. One of the first computer games I used to like playing. It was you were a frog and you had to get across the road without getting run over. And there was another computer game, wasn't there? What was it called? On the Spectrum, Orisco Skiing, very similar. Apart from you had to cross the road to get to the ski slope. Don't suppose anybody watching is old enough to remember that. Hey, we got a Charlotte fan in, that's great. Going to Crewe Saturday. It's completely sold out. Well, the away end, I think it's 1,630. So, good one. Looking forward to it. We've had some good followings of late, to be fair. Well over 800 to Oldham. Around 400 and something to South Shields, which was a heck of a journey. Took a lot out my system, that did. It's almost like being on a plane the next day. Jet lagged. But instead of jet lagged, I was bus lagged. So, yep. So Northampton next Tuesday as well. I don't suppose many will be going to that one, but, you know, a win's a win. If we can keep on winning, the more people will want to go. So I think there's still places left on the coach if anybody wants to go with the away travel club. So I've got 4 in, 5 so far. No trolls yet, thankfully. I don't like trolls. I don't like bots either. Yeah, I've had to learn how to deal with them the last few days. They can be frustrating things, especially when they keep coming back. So, score predictions for Saturday. I think we're going to nick a 2-1 win. And I believe that side stand that's going to be packed full of Salop fans is going to roar the team onto victory. Yeah, I can see the train being pretty busy, the coaches as well. I think most of them are, I think there's still some spaces left on the coaches. I'll be watching the Crewe match on Sky Sports as I'm working. Let's keep the momentum going. I think we will at least get a point. Yeah, I hope so. Peter Kearns, I hope so. 3 points needed every game. 2-1 to the town. Says Ghost Wolf 7. Yeah, I think it'll be 2-1 as well. I think it'll be quite a tough game, but I think we'll get the result. And I think the away following, because it's a side stand, we can, I feel that when that's full, that side stand at Crewe, you can sort of get behind them more because you're the full length of the pitch. So they're getting support the full length of the pitch. Whereas where if you're stuffed behind the goal, you can only really sort of push the team on as a group of fans when they sort of attack the end that you're watching. So yeah, I don't mind it when the away end is the away side, as you'd call it, is down the side, the away section. Right, only 2 left in here now. I must be boring. There's not really much else to talk about. Right, Sutton United, a first for many. Well, a first for most, I think. I think it's the first time Town are playing them, so that'll be a interesting day out. But I always kind of like the look of their ground. It's sort of kind of almost as if there was a dog track around it at some point. A bit like Hereford, it's got like curved ends, but only it's better than Hereford's. It's not falling apart, I don't think. I think they've actually spent a bit of money on it to get it up to scratch when they got in the Football League. But they dropped out and it just looked like we'd never play them. But lo and behold, they got relegated. We got relegated. And we've drawn them in a cup game. So, yep, another one to tick off the list of football grounds. I think it'll be my 149th ground. And it will be, well, if they were in the 80s, if they were in the 92, I'd be up in the 80s. But they're not, so I think I worked it out. It might be 81. I need to sit down and have a look because I don't know how many I've done out of the 92. But it goes up and down each year, don't it? Because of the relegation to the National League, etc., new grounds. I lost one off the list. Goodison Park, that was lost off the list. And obviously Brentford's, haven't been to their new ground. And I haven't been to Swansea City's new ground. But I went to all their old grounds, Brighton as well as another one. You know, I went to the Wibdean, it wasn't great. But their new stadium looks absolutely, well, it's not new, but their latest stadium, Brighton, I do like the look of that. It looks pretty cool, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So I put my light on. Hey, look, I got a light, see, for when it gets dark, which is pretty cool. So, yep, looking forward to Crewe Saturday. Looking forward to Sutton away. And believe it or not, probably looking forward to Northampton as well if we can get the win. And because actually winning in these is it Bristol Street Motors Checker Trade Football League Trophy Johnston Pates thing, whatever you want to call it, there's actually decent money to be made on that if we can get out the group stage. So by getting into the next round, we actually earn quite a bit of dough, and it's quite significant. You know, we're talking 5-figure numbers, which we definitely need if our financial predicament is where it's at. Well, it's not below we're not in the red, I don't think, but it's just the amount that the club's lost over the last few years, which I suppose we need to claw it back to get back into a position where we can give it another go again. Or we need someone to come in and splash a bit of cash. But if somebody does come in and splash the cash, that also means we have to fill the ground because of financial fair play, FFP. So filling the ground, better sponsorship deals on shirts. I mean, that's the only way forward really now if you're going to survive as a league club. You need somebody with money and possibly a face and somebody with some links. You know, when you talk about Wrexham up the road, well, Hollywood, it's as good as perfect, near as perfect as you can get, really, can it, for ownership. So they come in, everybody knows who they are, so everybody wants to go on the crest of a wave, winning every week, still competing well in the Championship, but those links, those Hollywood links, have links to the big companies like United Airlines, biggest airline in the United States. I mean, we can only dream of a sponsorship like that, but you need a face to get these deals done. You know, TikTokers on their shirt and whatever else. We need the feel-good factor, and the only way we're going to get that, I think, is with somebody who's known and has money. And that way, I think we could raid the Telford market then. There's 150, 160,000 people in Telford. You kind of tell me that they go and watch Wolves, West Brom and Villa every week, because if that's the case, then Wolves, West Brom and Villa, who do the people of Birmingham, Wolverhampton and Sandwell and Dudley area, West Bromwich, go and watch every week? So you can't say that, and you can't tell me that they all go and watch Man United. There's 160,000 people. It's ridiculous to say that they all go and watch this team and that team every week. Obviously some of them have better things to do, but if you can capture that imagination, you can target Telford area and bring the fans in from there. Might not sound great, but you know, that's why our club needs a face, someone famous, and we could do it that way. If not, it's the hard way, and doing it the hard way is, well, you can see for yourself what the position Town are in now. They've battled hard for the last probably 6-7 years, well, 10 years really, just to stay in that division. One good season, and if you believe me, that one season, well, there's probably 3 seasons I can think of that were perfect for selling the club. The first time we got promoted under Turner in 2011, 2012. Club should have been offered to someone with good intentions right there and then. Then again, we got relegated, but we went straight back up under Mellon. Again, that was another near perfect time to sell the club. And of course, the last one was the the crest of a wave of a, maybe now looking at it, it was a lucky season. We landed on our feet with the loans, but that was the season the club should have been sold. Since then, COVID's it, everything else, lockdowns, other clubs have been taken over with bigger money, and boom, we're now sort of at the bottom of the pile. So, the feel-good factor is what you need. The optimism and something just to talk about. And that's the only way we're ever going to get any good. I think at the moment, that's what we're battling against. Someone famous, who's a face, and someone with a bit of money, and someone with contacts. You know, or somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who can get the contacts. So anyway, that's my opinion on that one, and how we get out the situation we're in, stuck at the bottom of the league. Obviously we're going to fight this season for it. We're going to fight hard as a club, and that means the fans going down there, and the fans backing them, and some feel-good factor. And it's starting to kind of happen. It's starting to happen. There's 800 odd going to Oldham, then another 400 or whatever it was, all the way to South Shields on a Sunday for 12 o'clock, and then selling out Crewe. That tells me that people are starting to think, oh, maybe. When was the last time we sold out at Crewe? I mean, the whole entire stand. So it's actually said sold out on the club website. Yes, we've had 1,400, 1,500 nearly selling out the stand, but not every single seat. And I think this is the first time in probably since we had the likes of Mark Wright and under that season under Turner. That in 2011 was it, or 2012? That season, 2011-12. That was the season I think we last properly completely sold out at Crewe. And that was on the feel-good factor, crest of a wave. Graham Turner brought that in. But obviously, Graham's probably not able to manage any football teams now, because he's way too old. But, you know, that's what we need. We need that feel-good factor with the club. And that is what we need to look at in the future. But for now, it's up to us, the people of Shrewsbury, to get out, put our coats on, put our shoes on, wrap the scarves round your neck, whack your hat on, get down the meadow and support the town. That's what we need to do as a community. No excuse now not to fill that stadium out. Look at Carlisle. Is Carlisle a bigger town than Shrewsbury? It's marginal. So, and they're in the National League, and they went down last season, averaging 8-9 down. Come on. There's plenty of people live around this area that have an interest, but we've got to make it a footballing town. We've got to make it, you know, feel proper again. Bring the good days back, and we'll see the club grow and get a little bit better. And that's what we want, to compete, to be up there, grow and get better. I could waffle on all day about it, but that's my opinions. Anybody have any opinions? Just whack it in the chat. Paul Royce, up the shoes, yep, absolutely. I reckon we'll beat Crewe 2-1. Yeah, me too. I think we can go there and get a win. I believe we can go there and get a win. Whether we do or not, you never know on the day. League 2 is that tight by the looks. Some strange results every week. So, but I think consistency is the key, and we haven't lost for 5 games. You know, we've had 2 good draws, decent draws in difficult conditions, and 3 good wins. So let's hope it's 6 come Saturday. and then 7 come Tuesday, and then 8 next week against Newport. You know, we've got to go at it. But us, the fans, need to feel it and bring those vibes that the players can feed off. And I think the last few games that started to happen, and the players will feed off that, and that's what's happened. I don't know how it changed, it just did. But now there's the feel-good factor. We've got the good vibes, so now we've got to not do it in such a way that the players take their eye off the ball, but we just need to be pushing, you know, show that passion, grit and determination, and, you know, just as supporters. And then it rubs off on the players, and then you get the wins. You know, you show belief, the belief gets put into the players, and I think that's what's happened. Anyway, Northampton away should be a good one too, as long as it doesn't end in disappointment. Yeah, we need to sneak a win. I'd just be happy to go there, shut up shop and nick a 1-0. You know, we've got to win anyway, somehow, just to get through. And I know it's a crap cup. We all know that it's not the best cup, but every win, it just gives you something else to look forward to, is little by little. Okay, but there's money to be made on it, and that's the main thing. You know, that helps, doesn't it? The budget for next season. Will we go up this season? Probably not. Probably more chance of going down than going up. But the budget for next season, if we stay up, is better if we have a decent cup run. So getting to the third round and getting a plum tie, that's what we need to do. Having a decent little cup run in this, you get money for each round. So maybe that's the way forward. So we're looking at 5-figure decent fight, get to the semi-finals. Now, I don't believe that nonsense that we didn't make money when we got to the final in 2018. No, I cannot believe that there wasn't money made when you got 42,000 in the stadium. I think Mr. Caldwell might have been telling porcupines at the time. Certainly made that out to be an excuse. Oh, we have to pay for this and that and that and that. Doesn't wash with me, but anyway, that's another story. And it's time for me to log off, I guess. I've been on 20 odd minutes, probably filled everybody's heads with absolute nonsense that I've been gibbering on about. No, but some of it is factually correct, and there is things that we need to do, I think, ourselves as fans. That's if we want success. Right, I'm going to have to go up the town, and yeah, I'm going to Northampton, and I think we can go there and nick a win. I don't think there's much in these. Right, yeah, catcher. I think I'm going to do the fourth level is going to return this weekend. I didn't do it last week because it was a cup one. But I'm going to do me little, might start doing some more predictions for that one, get people involved. Apart from that, see you all guys around. I'll probably see some of you around Saturday, maybe. Always bumping into someone who wants to stop and chat. So anyway, gotta go shopping. Right, bye bye. How do I turn this thingy off? That one there.